Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. So, how you guys doing? And how has it been? So far, so good. Today is Thursday, so the week is almost rounding off, and I hope you had a swell week. I hope you had a great time. Um, Smashed all your goals, and you're doing the most for yourself, for your brand, for your business, and for family. So, share with me how you're faring. Share with me how you're doing in the chat section. And yeah, I'm not here alone, but meanwhile, my name is Udeme. I'm going to be your trainer for this particular session on how to create an effective digital marketing plan. Planning is key. Planning can be rolled out in anything. You know, life is planned, business is planned, everything, relationship is planned, just about everything. Everything on this molecular world is built on a plan. So it's not different when you're dealing with the digital space, right? So marketing, digital, everything needs a plan. So you can't underestimate the power of planning, right? So we're going to be dealing on how you can create an effective, not just digital marketing plan, but an effective one. All right. So I'm not here alone. I'm here with Sandra. You see her name against a blue spanner. And then you see same place also in the chat. They are going to be in the chat to converse with you, answer your questions, queries, and just about everything. So I'm going to be here taking a couple of breaks to come answer to your questions and just answer to everything. So thank you so much for joining us once again. I hope you enjoyed our first session. So if you enjoyed our first session, I want you to share with us in the chat again what you learned, right? So share with us what you learned and maybe something that you took away, something that you wrote down, and tell us where you are, where you're joining us from, and tell us what your business is. So just basic information: your name, your location, and what your business is doing or servicing, right? And when you do that, locate the thumbs up button and give it a smash. Okay, so give it a smash. Locate the subscribe button and smash it also, and let's do that. All right, so good to meet you guys once again. So grab a bottle of water, grab a pen, grab a paper, something to write with, right? And start writing because we're sharing a couple of tips, ideas that will be useful for you. I'm sure, very useful for you. So it's an opportunity for you to learn, unlearn, and relearn, right? So I hope you take advantage of that. Hello, Road Truck. Nice to meet you. Road Truck Printers, nice to meet you. So I want you to reach out to whoever is supposed to be here that is not here for some reason. Maybe they've forgotten or maybe they've lost track of time. Please reach out to them, reach out to the team and do them a reminder. Let them come join us for this all important session. You can click on the share button and then you copy that link. So copy that link and reach out to them so that we have a full house. All right. Okay. So let's see how we can create an effective marketing plan. And I'm going to be having some questions for you. And I also expect you ask me questions. Now, if you have questions from the session we finished, or you found an information that you picked up and you want to ask, feel free, right? Whatever it is, just feel free. Ask us. We are here. We'll be happy. We'll be glad to respond. We'll be glad to answer to it. All right. And yeah, so I said again, I'll be taking a couple of breaks to respond to your questions. So when you have a question, please throw it into the chat. And if you can't chat, that's simply because you've not activated your YouTube channel. Okay. So what you need to do is, if you're using a phone, to just tap on that place you're supposed to type. You're going to see activate channel. So click on that and then refresh the YouTube. That is log out and log in again. Very simple. And then you can be able to chat because I want you guys to communicate with me, um, communicate with Sandra and everybody that's going to be in the chat. So thank you so much once again. I see you, Pauline from Uganda. Oh, Pauline, you missed the first session. Okay, the recording is still there, right? I'm sure you have access to the link, so you can always go back and stream it again. All right. And Ronald, hi, how are you doing this morning? Ronald is from Uganda as well. I hope Uganda is fine. All right. So thank you guys for joining us once again. Yeah, please do us a favor. Please reach out to the team and please remind them that we've started already, and possibly copy the link from here and share it with them, so that they know that we've started already. Okay, do that for us. Thank you. Okay, Ogiamaka, good morning. I hope you're good and you're well. All right, so let's go on. Let's see the various segments of this particular session. So we're going to be talking about what digital marketing is, more like an introduction, and the importance of digital marketing to businesses, and then the components of digital marketing, what actually comprises an components of a digital marketing plan, what actually comprises an effective digital marketing plan, and then we'll go to the last part on how to create a digital marketing plan, how to create very, very, very important, how to create a digital marketing plan. So I'll be expecting your questions. I'll be expecting your questions, but while waiting for your questions, I'm going to ask you my first question. How do you engage with customers currently? How do you engage with customers currently? Hello, Joyce. Nice to meet you, Joyce. Joyce is from Tanzania. Thank you for joining us, Joyce. Right? And I'm also looking at Rachel Fabulous. Rachel Fabulous is from Uganda, and she's so ready for the session. Thank you so much, Rachel. So, how do you currently engage with? How do you engage with your customers currently? What do you do to engage with them? Do you do word of mouth, or um, you reach out to them? How do you reach out to them? That is what I'm asking. How do you reach out to your customers? How do you do business with them? Do you have a presence on Google Business Profile, or you message them through WhatsApp? You do Facebook, you do Instagram. Which of those platforms do you use? How do you currently engage with your customers? So I want you to share with me in the chat how you currently engage with them. And again, please, if you are here, look at the subscribe button and smash it, right? Smash it. Turn on that notification bell under the subscribe button. Just click that small arrow that is there, and then you're going to see all some and the rest of them. All right, so let's do that. Let's do that, please. And if you are seeing that thing that looks like a thumbs up, please hit on it. It will help the YouTube algorithms to announce what you're doing. Thank you so much for doing that for us. Okay, so just smash it. Everybody, let's smash it. Let's smash the thumbs up button. And I love doing it so that I see how the way it splashes. I love the way it splashes. Okay, so how do you currently engage with customers? Anybody? So I mentioned earlier, if you can't chat, that is possibly because you've now activated your YouTube channel. And what you do is to sign into your YouTube with your Gmail. When you do that, the point where you're supposed to be typing what you're supposed to be typing, that is the chat point, but you're going to say activate channel. So what you do is click on that activate channel and refresh the YouTube. That is, close it and open it again. Very simple. When you close and open it again, you are going to be able to now chat, because I want everybody to communicate. I want us to ask questions, right? Ask us questions. And again, I said, if you have questions from the previous session, if you have questions from something you picked up from somewhere, feel free to ask us. We are here. Okay? All right. So, how do you currently engage with your customers? I'm still waiting for someone to reply. Do you do word of mouth? Do you have a presence on Google? Do you have a social media account that you converse with them? Do you have a YouTube account? Do you use YouTube? What do you use? How do you engage with your customers? Do you do one-on-one, cold calling? How do you do it? Please share with us how you do it in the chats. Because the way YouTube is designed, you won't be able to speak back to me verbally. Okay, Ronald said Telegram channel. Thank you so much, Ronald. Okay, Telegram is one of those places that people don't really like going, but it's catching traction now. Like compared to the Telegram of 3 years ago that we knew, people never really used to go to Telegram, but there are a lot of activities going on Telegram now. Yeah, a lot of brands are pitching their tent there because it doesn't have um, um, group number restriction like WhatsApp does. Yeah, so it gives room for a lot of so many other things that people can just shake. You know, so Telegram is a good place. Any other place? Any other person? Retract said calls, WhatsApp, Facebook. Thank you, Retract printers. Namasaba, Irene. Irene from Uganda uses WhatsApp. Thank you so much, Irene, and thank you for joining us today. I don't think I saw your name in the first session, so thank you for joining us. Obviously, possibly for the first time. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, so I'll be expecting some more engagements. I don't want to be speaking all this English alone, right? I don't want to be speaking all the English alone. Okay, all right. So let's go on. Let's go on. Um, so let's see an introduction to digital marketing. So what is digital? What is digital marketing? What is digital marketing? What do you know? What have you learned to be digital marketing? I'm sure you've heard it from somewhere what digital marketing is, and everybody, technically speaking, is now a digital marketer. You know, so what do you think it is? We carry digital and add to marketing. It can give you what, right? It can make meaning. Pauline said WhatsApp and calls mostly. Thank you so much, Pauline. And I want you guys to respond to me. So I'm really waiting for everybody to say something. Okay, so what is digital marketing? So be kind enough to share with me, share with us what digital marketing is. All right. Okay, Fafa from Ghana, nice to meet you. Okay, so let's go on while waiting for your replies. All right. So digital marketing is the marketing of products, marketing of services, using digital channels to reach customers. Now, the key objective in digital marketing is for you to be able to promote your brand through various forms of digital media. Okay. In layman's term, digital marketing is simply using the normal marketing, promotion of use of services, your brand using electronic devices, social media, and other technologies. Basically, just saying if you are marketing, if you are doing a marketing online, you are marketing digitally. Okay, so if you were marketing before by calling people, cold calling, and printing flyers, going to television, going to the newspapers, it's good, it's perfect. So all of those are classed under traditional marketing. When once you carry your business and put it on social media, build a website for it, maybe put it on the map with Google Business Profile, that automatically becomes digital marketing because you've taken the marketing online and you're actually targeting people that are actually online at this point. So that is just the summary of what digital marketing is. And why should you be marketing your business digitally? Because the world is now mobile. Mobile is changing how people do things, how people behave, how people act. You have pretty much answers to everything just by just tapping your phone and everything shows up. Information is just everywhere. Knowledge is just everywhere. Connecting with people is just everywhere as long as you have all this information. So we have about 774 million SIM connections in sub-Saharan Africa. We have about 80% of Nigerians and Kenyans own phones, about 91% of South Africans own phones. And we have some 65% of active mobile users in Nigeria have shopped online. Now, that number, those figures are just to raise your concern to the fact that mobile is almost everything now. You hardly even find a 10-year-old without a mobile phone, right? So everything is information is just everywhere. So people they just go to the internet when they want any information, when they want knowledge, they want business, they want to check for a product, they want to check for a service. Just to tell you that that's where you are supposed to be as a business, so that when they're searching, they find you. So if you are not there when they're searching, you lost that on a client. So that is why you should be thinking of marketing your business digitally. I hope you got that. Okay, so let's look at the benefits of connecting with customers online. Couple of benefits. First of them is you get to reach more people, get to reach your niche audience, get to allow customers to find your product or your services easily. When they go to make the search, they find you. Okay, they get to also learn about your customers, learn about, can get to conduct market research, find out what is trending and what interests them, so that you can always send that information that actually calls their attention to it. And then there is this ease of transaction also. You can easily have everything done in an online system without carrying too much papers. You can easily pay with your card. You don't need to do that, like Naira is case in Nigeria now. And it's a very interesting time, right? So you don't need to pass through all that hell. All you just need to do, you can just get things done online with your card and other payment agencies. And then it gets to also find an easy way to support your customers, get feedback, and get things done easily, right? Not like if you step out of your physical shop and a client comes looking for you and you weren't physically available, you've lost that client. Whereas if a client was trying to ask a question and you have a presence online and they asked online, you can respond at real time, right? Wherever you are, real time, you can actually do that response. Okay, so why is this so important also to have a digital marketing plan? Although only 37% of marketers document their actions, data shows that recording your strategies increases the chances of business success. So you need to have a means of recording the results you're having, right? Record the strategies so that you get to increase the chances of having more success from your business. A plan is important. Like I mentioned earlier, everything in this molecular world is built on a plan. How will you build a house without planning? you know, you can't even design anything. Like even in the engineering field, before it is built, before it is produced, fabricated, it was planned first. Design, first angle, second angle, third angle projection, and all of those. So planning is very key. So it's not different in the digital space, right? So you need to plan out everything, document everything, because an accurately designed plan contains a map with a step-by-step instruction for achieving your goals. So you get to know what you need to do from which step to the next step, and get to the next step, what you're doing next, so that you follow it, and you get to see the result. You can easily track the result of what you're trying to do, what you're trying to achieve. Okay, so planning is very key. Okay, and then we have a couple of advantages a digital marketing plan, a digital plan will give to your business. And the first of them is that you get to understand your target audience. So a well thought out marketing plan begins with research and to define your target audience. You need to really draw a line who exactly you're targeting. Hmm? You're selling a product for the male folks when you largely have no business with the female folks. You're selling a product that's going to be servicing people within your locality, then you largely have no business with people if you're not structured enough to service people outside of your locality. Okay? So you need to understand who your audience, you need to understand who an audience of yours is, you need to understand the demographics, their age, their sex, their location, their business, their profession, their interests, spending habits, psychographics, and all of that. Understand it. Most times it's even advisable for you to draw out a persona is a fictitious image of who an audience of yours is, right? So you can call the person Neka. Neka is married. Neka lives in Neka lives in Abuja. Neka is working with the sales service. Neka has two children. You know, Neka is working here. Neka has interest in this. So you draw a persona of who that guy, who that person, who that client, who that audience of yours is. Okay. Okay, now you get to also have efficient use of resources. So you need to have a plan that prevents you from spending money on things that are unnecessary for your business. Planning will help you to cut costs. It will help you also to not overspend. It will help you also to spend on only the necessary things. Very, very important. So you don't need to be throwing money around. If you want to throw money around, please locate me and trade on me. Okay, so you need to have resources that are well spent, not just being thrown around. And the same direction for all company departments. Since all members of your company can access the plan, as a coordination tool, it allows a company's team to communicate and accordingly move in the same direction. You need to carry everybody along. Nobody should be left behind. So let everybody on the team also know what the company's mission, company goals, company's visions are, so that everyone is carried along. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the first pause out of the three to answer to your questions. If you have questions for me, please do well to send it in the chat. Okay. All right. So I'm looking at the chat right now. Fafa from Ghana, nice to meet you. Marion on WhatsApp and Messenger, nice to meet you, Marion. Joyce from Tanzania said she uses social media like WhatsApp and Facebook. Thank you so much, Joy. Edzo Bankole Bright. Okay, that is Fafa again. WhatsApp business. Sylvia, nice to meet you, Sylvia. Nima. Nima is from Tanzania. Thank you so much, Nima, for joining us. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. We are here to answer. So ask us. Okay? Any questions on what we discussed so far, please go ahead and ask. Ask. And I hope you have a writing material close to you where you get to learn, where you get to jot down a couple of ideas we'll be sharing here. Yeah? All right. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? All right. Uh, okay. So no questions so far. Okay. So like I said, if you have questions from here, questions from the previous, or you picked up a question from somewhere you want to ask us, please feel free. All right? Feel free. That's why we are here. So feel free to ask anything you want. Okay, so I'll just go over to the second part while waiting for you to ask me something. I really want you to ask me something. And please, if you are here, please locate the thumbs up button and hit on it. Locate the subscribe button and hit on it. Uh, Hit the subscribe button and hit on it. And let's see. Yeah, subscribe and then smash the like button. Okay, so let's go on. Please copy the link and invite someone. Somebody from the team that's supposed to be here that's not here, please let's throw them a reminder so that they can join us. Right? Thank you for doing that for us. Okay, so let's go on. Let's go to the second part of this presentation, components of a digital marketing plan. Now there are 6 basic components of a digital marketing plan. The first one, content marketing, email marketing, social media marketing, search engine optimization, search engine marketing. Okay, so let's look at each of them in bits. So what is content marketing? What is content marketing? So I hope you guys are still here with me. Okay, Sylvia, I got that. I wish that you can get them to join us. Can get them to join us here on the call so that you may not be able to ask some questions that they want to ask. So I wish you can find a way to get them to join us. We still have a few minutes more. Say 30 minutes to end this. So I wish you can just find them, just share the link with them so that they join us here. Will be better for us and for them too, because they'll ask questions at real time, wherever they don't understand. Okay. Thank you so much, Sylvia, for pointing that out. Okay, so what is content marketing? Content. So share with us what content marketing is. If you don't know, don't worry. You are not wrong here. You can't go wrong. So it's a safe space, right? Very safe space. So you can get to, you know, feel free, ask questions, answer questions, and nobody's going to throw stones at you. All right. So let's go on. Where are we now? Content marketing. So content marketing is just creating, sharing different types of content, such as blog posts, articles, reviews, infographics, videos, guides, just in a bid to attract customers, in a bid to attract customers, and also in a bid to drive traffic to what you do. And the main goal of content marketing is for you to be able to attract customer attention, educate new customers, and nurture the leads. And now we have a couple of reasons why content marketing is essential for business. Why is content marketing essential for business? For targets audience growth, get to have an increased growth. Your customers, your leads, and audience members always want valuable content from what your business has to offer, and that content normally leads to reaching new audiences and new members in a way that makes it feel natural and somehow a little bit organic versus just being disruptive. So content marketing is just there to help your business, it's there to help your business to get to reach more audience and then increase the growth. And now that process, it tends to bring in a process where it gets to attract, engage with these guys and delight them with your market, with your services, with what you do. So as long as you keep your content coming, you get to find the way it begins to draw people to you organically. Maybe eventually, if you want to start running ads, that becomes paid now. So organically, people begins to get drawn to you when you are sending out content, and it also brings new leads as well. That just explains the same thing. Then you also get to have higher customer engagement, get to build relationship. People will want to respond to your messages, to your posts, between when you post it and when you are trying to get replies on it. So you build relationship with people online, and that also increases customer loyalty as well. You get to have more loyal customers, and then you also have re-engaging passive customers. All those guys that will come today and go away tomorrow. If you disappear, they will disappear too. So being in front of them is also that part that keeps them engaged. You find a way to bring in all those your uninterested clients and for them to get to do something with you. Okay, so let's look at email marketing. Email marketing. So what is email marketing? So a lot of you have been seeing a truckload of emails coming to your mailbox without you subscribing for it, right? And sometimes you get angry. Those guys reach you through email marketing. So email marketing is worthwhile marketing tool that involves sending promotional content to your customers, right? It allows marketers to send personalized campaigns, segments their audience, and create relevant content for them. So you get to send out bulk information at the same time through the email, right? So people get to engage your customers, get to engage your clients and through their emails. So it's a very powerful tool that is still yielding so much result, even though a lot of people believe email marketing is dated, but I trust me, it's not. It's still very very powerful, and it still drives a lot of results. Okay, so a few email marketing platforms that you can use. You can think about using Mailchimp. So Mailchimp is one of the popular email marketing platform and service providers in the world that they offer a forever free email marketing service plan. The Mailchimp offers you up to 2,000 plus 2,000 emails per day, right? So if you have a contact list less than 2,000, you may want to think of using Mailchimp. And there are some premium services there, but largely you can enjoy the majority of the services they're offering you. So you have Aweber also, one of the oldest of them. You can check out Aweber, you can check out Constant Contact, you can check out Send in Blue, Send in Grid, One Grid. There are a lot of them. So just to check out. There are a truckload of email marketing platforms. Some of them are paid. MailChimp is free, right? Some of them are paid for, so you need to subscribe to it, maybe monthly, maybe quarterly, maybe yearly, or something. Okay. And what is social media marketing? What is social media marketing? So we are on to social media marketing now, and it basically involves using media channels such as Twitter, social media channels, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and the rest of those places, so that you get to connect with your audience, and it's aimed at building a brand community. You get to connect with your with your audience, you build a community, boost your sales, increase traffic also to your website. Um, I'm sure one or more of you have bought before from a social media adverts. Yes. So you should also think about having your brand out there too. So somebody can someday buy from you by using a social media platform. Okay, let's look at a few tips for effective social media marketing. A few tips for effective social media marketing. So if you have questions, I'm still waiting to have you. Please drop a question for us. Drop a question for me. Drop a question for the team. We are here. We are excited to answer to your questions and your queries. All right. So let's look at a few tips for effective social media marketing. Now you need to decide which of the social media platforms you want to use. So as a beginner of social media, you have to choose one or two social media platforms and concentrate on those rather than trying to work on all the platforms because it could be overwhelming. Trust me. And another thing you should know is that uh, what happens here, what works here, may not work there. The strategy you are using for Facebook may not work for YouTube. What you're using for YouTube may not work for LinkedIn. So it will involve you needing to do a study of what works, what's not working, you know. So you draw a line between what is working and what is not working across all the platforms. Then eventually maybe choose two or three, the ones you can manage. So maybe you have the capacity to manage all of them. You want to manage all of them, you can use scheduling and posting tools, Social Bee, Hootsuite, and all those platforms where you can send a post to all those platforms simultaneously. But managing it could be difficult because you need to respond to all the comments here, comments there, and the rest of it. Okay, you need to decide what social media platform you want to use, and then you need to connect your website or your blog with your social media pages. So when you're making a post on social media, you need to add the link to your website or the links to your blog so that people can always click from there and visit your website. One way increasing your engagement, one way increasing the traction, one way getting people to see what you do also on the websites. And then you also get to find and allow influencers in your niche. So it's almost certain that you will not follow, that they will not follow you back because you have a new account with no followers. But doing so is important. It's very important for three reasons. Social media platforms will use the information to make suggestions on who to follow. So by following popular people, so suggestions will always come to you because you're following somebody that's influential in your space or you're just following somebody that is influential. Social media will always let you, okay, this guy is following this guy, so you can follow him. All those suggestions are always took out of the fact that you're following somebody. So when you follow a popular person who is likely to get followers by others as well, that is also one other advantage you need to note that following an influencer will do for you. So that's just more like a trick that many people use, to follow people that have a lot of followers or follow people that are following a popular person, right? And following the popular person too. So those suggestions will be narrowed down to you, right? And yeah, so you get to also share interesting content such as images, text, and blog posts, and the rest of them, videos. You get to have the privilege to share all those information on your social media account also. And then you need to also learn how to post, how many times you want to post per day, and then you don't need to overdo it. Don't overdo it. So post, maybe you want to post once in a day, twice in a week, thrice in a week. As a brand or as a person, you need to find a way to do it. Keep people engaged with your content. Don't post today and come back 3 years time. The way the algorithms of the internet works, it only draws people to where somebody is available. The more available you are, the more the internet will drag people to you. If you are not available, nothing for you. For instance, test it. Leave your account for like 6 months. Come back and make a post. See the traction you have. Then stay on that account for 6 months, daily or weekly post. See the traction you have. So that is how it just works. And then you need to also follow the rules and the patient. There are rules you need to also follow. You can keep spammers away. So there's a limit on Twitter on the number of people you can follow per day. Facebook has its own rules. You need to find out what rules are available on each of those platforms so that you don't break any rules. Okay. All right. So let's look at display advertising. Now, I know a lot of you have been, when you browse on a particular website, see some banner, see some things pop up to you, distracting your browsing. Or if you are using apps like Boomplay or Spotify or AudioMac, all those music apps, you get to see all those designs that are showing up to you every now and then, distracting you, especially when you're on websites. It just pop up and distract you. All of those are called display adverts, and it's an advertising, it's an online form of advertising, where the business gets to promote messages that appear on third-party sites in search engines. Now, I learned recently that it's not just Google that runs display ads. There are platforms called demand side platforms. And demand side platforms also get into contract with these websites, AudioMark, Boomplay, the rest of them. So when you go to them, they also put your ads on these places. Okay, Transsion, for those of you that are using Android phones, maybe Techno, Infinix, Itel, they are the owners, and Transsion is the owner of those three class of phones. So you get to find Phoenix browser, right? You get to find all those ads that used to pop up when you're using Zenda. Very distracting and annoying things, but all those are display ads and are shot to you from those platforms called the demand side platform. So it's not only Google that does display ads. And now these messages can always come in form of text, can always come in form of images, in form of designs, can always come in form of videos and all of that. Right? I hope you got that. So what you used to see distracting you are called display ads, display advertising. Now let's look at a couple of best practices for display advertising. You need to be respectful of your audience's experience. So you need to avoid autoplay video ads. Some people don't like that, and so for some reason that is why um, video ads normally on YouTube used to have a little less traction, and the reason is because people don't have the patience to go through all of that, watch it. So when once the 5 seconds expires, people will just want to skip it and go ahead to what they want to do. All right. So your 5 seconds need to be very captivating before someone will actually want to watch it. Or if you are doing the non-skippable ads, so you are going to force somebody to watch it because you want them to actually see what you're doing. That one actually gives more results, in my opinion, compared to the one that you need to skip after 5 seconds. So you don't need to use autoplay video ads, pop-ups, and all of that because all those things consume a lot of data. Especially if you're using multiple colors, too many images, they drag out a lot of data from people's phone. So you don't want to be doing that. You need to respect your audience, okay? And make sure your design is simple enough. Your brand story is very, very important. You need to tell your story in a very simple design. You can send out a very powerful message in a very simple design. It doesn't need to be clumsy and all of that, making it look complicated. So make your design simple and easy to be assessed. And then you need to go for quality and over quantity. Then your resolution needs to be clean, the pictures need to be clean, readable, typed, the logo, everything just needs to be on point. Quality is key when you're going out there, especially if you are meeting people like us who have eyes for good graphics. I won't even look at it twice. I'll just keep it and pass. Right? So you need to, make your images catchy enough, make the quality very good. All right, so that's it for display marketing. So if you have questions, please ask in the chat. So let's look at search engine optimization. So what do you know about search engine optimization? What is search engine optimization? Optimization. Remember, I'm not saying search engine marketing. We'll talk about the marketing shortly. SEO, search engine optimization. So this is just simply a process of improving your sites to increase its visibility when people search for products or for services that is related to your business on Google, on any of those search engines. Okay, so the better visibility your pages have in search results, the more likely you are to garner attention and attract prospective and existing customers to your business. Now, what that is trying to explain to you is that if you just have a website and you just leave it, let's say you are running a clothing line for clothes, not shoes. Someone goes to type Ankara. By right, if you run a clothing line, your website is supposed to show among that search results, right? But since you are not properly optimized, you are not going to show, because the aim is for you to appear on the first page. Now I always ask this question: when you make a search on Google, do you go to page two? How many people go to page two to look for information? Anybody? Anybody goes to page two? A lot of people don't go to page two. Now the reason is very simple. Um, Google only give you the information that is most optimized on page one. So if you have a website that you don't have is not properly optimized, your website will not appear on page one, and that means you've not done your search engine optimization properly, and obviously you're going to be losing out on clients. And you don't want to do that, do you? So optimization, search engine optimization is that process that actually works your website from wherever it is to page one, because people don't want to go to page two to look for information. So that process of working your website, it takes time though. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of work. Working your website from wherever it is, whatever number it is, down to page one is called the search engine optimization. Now there are different kinds of search engine optimization. On one way to involve you writing a lot of content using the keywords that are relevant to what you do. On one way, that is on page SEO. On the other way, it will involve you, it will need you to write your, on the other way, it will need you to have your search, the Google Search Console properly done. And that is a technical SEO. On the other way, it will need you to have your business fixed on the map. That is the local SEO using the Google Business Profile. It's a three-way thing, and it's a very long process. You may not get it done in 1 week, in 2 weeks, in 3 months, in 6 months. You're not very good in 1 year. If I get to page one, I'm going to show you the shortcut to that, okay, shortly. So why is SEO very, very important? It's important because it keeps the search results fair. Now it gets to also reduce the ability for you to manipulate this result as much as possible, because ah, everybody wants to appear on page one because people don't have patience of going to page two, right? So you need to hard work your sites. It's a lot of work. A website so that it gets to appeal to visitors and it correlates with high search engine rankings. Basically, what that means there is Google loves what everybody loves. So if people are coming to you because of the content you have in your page, Google will begin to take you up, begin to take you up, begin to take you up until you get to the first page. So SEO is quite important. Okay, so this is the shortcut to SEO, the search engine marketing. Okay, search engine marketing. So I'm going to explain what I mean by shortcuts. Remember, I told you that SEO takes time. It takes a lot of time. Okay, but now the search engine marketing refers to several revolutionized paid techniques and strategies that a business can employ to improve the visibility of its websites. Now, the purpose of search engine marketing is just to generate more traffic by use of paid services such as Google Ads and the rest of those platforms. So you want to pay attention to what is happening around your page and you want to appear at the top of the page. What you need to do is to pay Google to put your website on the first page. You don't have the patience to walk your website to the first page. Please pay Google. Hmm? Pay them. They're going to put it on the first page on your behalf. All right. They put it on the web on the they put it on the first page on your behalf. Remember, people don't have the patience to go to page two, page three, and the rest of those places. So the search engine marketing is a shortcut to search engine optimization. Okay, so let's look at some benefits of the search engine marketing. You need to get to increase awareness. Increase awareness, you allow advertisers to expose their brands in the ad headlines, description as well. It gets to also create geo-targeted search ads. Gives you Search engine marketing gives you the option to target people based on their location. There's one beautiful thing about the search engine marketing as well. And you also have to get to reach your clients instantly. Now, the advantage that the search engine marketing gives to you is this: people get to see your ads when they're making the search for it. It doesn't just display it to everybody. It shows to people that have the intent, as they went to Google or any other search engine to make a search because they have an intent to actually purchase, have an intent to buy or patronize the service, right? So it gives you more results, get to reach the client at when they're actually searching for it. They also have um, you pay only for the action. And now when these guys see this ad when it's showing to them, you don't get to pay for it until they click. They don't get to pay. Okay, you the advertiser don't get to pay for it until they actually make a click. Okay, so that is one other thing that makes it interesting. Other platforms, as long as the ad is showing, they are charged. But with Google, when people actually take the action, that's when you're charged. So your money is bound to be conserved compared to other platforms. Okay. Okay, so a few differences between the search engine optimization and the search engine marketing. So remember I said the search engine marketing is free. Sorry, search engine optimization is free, while the search engine marketing is not free. You pay for ads normally. Of course, if you go to radio to run ads, go to TV to run ads, you need to pay for it. Okay, and now you optimize with keywords. Use keywords to write the content with the search engine optimization, but you use you bid on keyword with the search engine marketing. And now with the search engine marketing, you can get to the first page as soon as you set up the ads. Whereas with the search engine optimization, you must be on page one. Takes time, takes a lot of time. Okay. All right. So let's see how to create a digital marketing plan. How to create a digital marketing plan. A couple of steps, 6 steps in creating a digital marketing plan. Now, the first step is for you to outline your brand. Outline your brand. Define your audience. So align your brand will mean that you create, um, you know, state out what you actually want to do, the ins and outs of your business to effectively sell out to customers. So you mention the benefits of your company and what to basically just give you an idea. What makes you unique? What makes you special? Why should I leave another brand to come to you? You need to outline what your brand is, and then you define your audience. We spoke about audience earlier. Your persona. You need to draw who a typical audience of yours is. If you have different products, the audience for product A may be different from the audience of product B. So draw the persona for each of those audiences so you know how to target, how to align your messages to be able to reach these guys. Now you need to also establish your goals. What do you want to establish? It needs to be timely. Your goals need to be specific. It needs to be specific. It needs to be measurable. It needs to be timely. It needs to be achievable. It needs to be attainable. It needs to be realistic also. A clear direction to what you actually want to achieve. So if you are eager to improve your strategy, the tactics and methods, all of them come into play. Now you select a strategy. So make sure your goals are well defined, they're easy to analyze. You can also analyze and break down in your target audience. You can also get to generate leads from what you're doing. You can nurture those leads when you get them. You can retain those customers when you get them. Then you can also set up some automations from email marketing. So all of those are very, very important under your strategy. And again, you need to choose a budget. How much do you have to achieve and what you want to achieve, right? You need to know what works, what can work with what you have. Very, very important. Okay, and then importantly, you need to get to evaluate the results. Constantly track your performance, what you are doing from stage one to stage two, from stage two to stage three. Track your result at each of those stages. Very, very key. So that you know if you are making progress or if you are not making progress. Very, very important. All right. So this is going to be my second. This is going to be my last pause to answer your questions. If you have questions, please ask. Ask us, ask us, ask us. Thank you so much, Sandra. Thank you so much, Simplace, for all the engagement. And thank you, everyone that's been inviting people to come join us here. Thank you so much. Let me see where I stopped. Fafa said, please can you have more than one customer persona? Yes, I just said that, Fafa. You can have more than one depending on the number of products you have. The persona for product one may not be the same persona for product two. Okay, so you need to draw and know who you are targeting per time based on what you're actually trying to push out. I'm trying to market this remote. The message I'm going to be sending out is obviously going to be different from the message I'm sending out if I'm selling male shoes. You need to draw that line very well. Fafa, I hope that's served. Thank you so much for asking. Hello, Irene, and I hope Uganda is fine. Nima Isa, hello Nima, how you doing? Mm, Agnes is from Uganda. Hello, Agnes, nice to have you. Business English subscribe. Hi, how you doing? Manasha from Ghana. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Yeah. So, any questions before we jump off? I'm sure Sandra has dropped the attendance. So, Sandra, you could drop the attendance for the session. Let's know how many people came around. Let's know. So don't forget to fill in the attendance. Don't forget to fill in the attendance if you have one. Sorry, if you have any other information that you want to add, please add it. Make sure your names are correct because you'll be sending in a certificate. But you don't want to receive a certificate that doesn't bear your name. So you want to have a certificate that has the correct name that you bear, right? So write your information, your details correctly, please. Right? So let's do that. The link has been dropped. And the next thing you need to do is to follow us on social media. So what are your next steps, by the way? So one eye is not enough to learn. So the link is gonna be dropped in the chat as well. And for you to go ahead and learn some more, learn about digital marketing, get certified by Google, and all of that. Right? So and then follow Impactor on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. So follow us on all those platforms. Right? Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you very much. All those links will be dropped. I'm still waiting. So if you have any questions, please do well to ask. I'm still here. Questions, 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 questions. Okay, so for someone who has no experience in any business, what digital marketing plan do you advise to use? Experience in any business? Because I'm trying to understand your question. Well, Rachel, thank you so much for asking. But truth be told, you need to have a little experience. You need to have, okay, let's not say you don't need all the experience to get started, right? But you need to learn something, right? You need to go. You want to put your money into a project, into a business, right? You need to be able to learn something about business, learn how to market, at least the basics of marketing before you jump into it. Except you just have money to throw around, which I believe you don't. Okay. So get those tools. Either you learn it by yourself or you get somebody on your team that actually knows those things for you to learn, or someone to be advising you is very very important. Like I said, you don't have money to be throwing around, do you? You need to learn. So you plan it out step by step. Make it smart. Remember we spoke about smart. It needs to be specific, measurable, achievable. It needs to be realistic. It needs to be timely. It needs to have a time for it. So all of that, very very important. Okay, Rachel, I hope that served. Okay, any other questions before we jump off? Okay, so thank you so much, everyone. I hope if I don't have any other questions, we can go now. All right. So see you guys on Tuesday. Tuesday is going to be your next session. We are going to be doing a very, 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 very interesting topic. Tuesday is going to be the 14th by 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Eastern African time. Right? We're going to be looking at social media marketing for business. We're going to be dissecting social media so that you see it more clearly. But for today, we have another session for 12 p.m. Sorry, for 2 p.m. Eastern African time. Okay, same topic but in French. So reach out to the French community and please let them know that we have another appointment for um, 2 p.m. Eastern African time. So please reach out. That's going to be 12 p.m. West African time. All right. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for coming around. Thank you for coming to learn with us. We sincerely appreciate you, and we want to see you come more to learn with us. If you are yet to subscribe, please hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and hit on the thumbs up button. And please remind your team about the session for 2 p.m. Eastern African time and next week, Tuesday and Thursday. All right? Let's keep to time and let's do it. Let's have fun together while learning. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of the week. Bye. Thank you, Nima. Yes, it's possible to create a Google account. To create a Google account without a physical location. Yes, it is.